Bento! Samurai! Xtreme!
Oh wow, Steven.
Spirit of the Samurai is within us, Brian.
Yes.
Well, let's begin. Joseph, Brian's brother, come here. Bring me that tablet. This is the tablet of destruction. The tablet that will give us the information for today's video, guys.
For our destiny of Bento Samurai Xtreme.
So, without further ado, I want to ask you a question, Brian.
Yes.
Why do we call ourselves Bento Samurai Xtreme?
Well, what is a bento?
A bento is something the samurai long ago took with them on a long journey to pack food.
So yeah, what is a bento? Bento is something that you pack. What Steven just did with this whole Japanese, trying to be all hardcore with them. Well, samurais used to travel a couple of days where they used to pack food for a couple of days. But what does this bento mean to us, actually?
Exactly.
For PSX.
So if you guys think about it, like Brian already said, a bento box is something that you would put your rice, maybe a vegetable, a meat product, and some other side dishes in there. It was something that would last for maybe a day or maybe 2 days. It was quite thick. It was a box you would keep on your shoulder. What is this in relation to us? What is our motto, Brian, our current motto?
Our current motto is our #1 source for anime, JRock, video games, and Blizzard Entertainment.
Yes, that was our old motto, but this time it's different. I'll get into this in a little bit, but our new motto is your #1 source for anime, music, and video games. Now, going back to the bento box, we are not only a bento, but we are, think of us as a samurai. We're packing in the rice, the vegetables, and the meat, such as anime, music, and video games, the top news for you guys to go on your way without having to search through the entire sequence of websites and magazines or whatnot to find your latest information. So think of this as your bento box. So we're bento, samurai, and we give it to you in such an extreme way that will give you the samurai spirit and live on your anime lifestyle without your otaku lifestyle without having to waste time looking through these websites. So it's pretty cool, right, Brian?
Pretty much.
That's pretty much where our name came from.
So let's go back to what are we going to talk about? It is 2013 today, December 31st, in California, United States. I know some of our foreign viewers already had their 2014, pretty much because they're 16 or 14 hours away. That's pretty much it, but however, us being in California, we are the late birds of 2014. But that's not the important part. We wanted to talk about our slogan. We are changing our slogan. Steven talked about a little bit about it. However, we want to give you the best part of it, pretty much.
Exactly. And I'm going to go into a little bit more detail. As I mentioned already before, like about a minute ago, our new slogan is your #1 source for anime, music, and video game news. Let's break it piece by piece. Brian talks about anime, which is anime. You're otaku, we're otakus. That will never change. We like anime, you guys like anime. Brian's going to talk about anime. Let's move on to the second one. In our old slogan, it was always JRock. I'm a huge rock fan, although I brought that my main like into the video, which excluded a lot of different genres such as J-pop and even American music that found its way into video games and different anime series. So we're changing it from J-rock to music to incorporate these different genres, as well as video games. In our old motto, Brian, we talked about video games and Blizzard Entertainment news. The funny thing is, Brian, and our viewers out there, that they're both video games. But this time it's just video games. But it's still the same thing. Except this time, Brian's going to focus more on console gaming. I'm going to focus more on computer gaming. So to kind of sum it all up, our old slogan talked about what we liked, but it was very varied on what we wanted to talk about. Our new motto really zeroes in on what Bento Samurai Xtreme is about, bring it to you the latest news in these three industries without any type of filter or whatnot. So it'll be plain news for you without having to sift through these other sources. So that's about all I really want to talk about for our new slogan.
So let's move on to 2014's plans. Pretty much, Anime Expo just decided a day before Christmas they released their first guest of honor. This has never happened usually. They usually take until like March or even late June to talk about all their guest of honors. However, special treat this year, looks like they're really moving fast. So Steven's going to have the little details about who's our guest of honor first at Anime Expo.
Exactly. So to kind of go over Anime Expo is really, they're really last minute when they come to announcing their guest of honor. It's usually in the month of May or June, sometimes even like a couple of days before Anime Expo, where they give you a rush of different types of voice actors and video game voice actors and whatnot, or developers, and it's so confusing. It's really hard to tell which is important, which is not, which one you want to go to, which one you don't. But this time they're really early. These 5 guests of honors that they released for Animex of 2014, they're not any ordinary guests of honor. They're very important, and sometimes they might even be this might even be a one-time thing in life where you may actually get to meet these people. So these are actually the original 5 English voice actors from Sailor Moon. They are as follows: Linda Valentine, which is the original English voice actor for Sailor Moon; Katie Griffin as Sailor Mars; Stephanie Morgenstern for Sailor Venus; Karen Bernstein for Sailor Mercury; and Susan Roman for Sailor Jupiter, which is really awesome.
That sounds great for guest of honors for 2014. One of the things I do want to mention is that during this time they did allotted out more premiere passes. However, within a couple of minutes after 5 o'clock, they got sold out. However, they got the regular passes for $60, and then for children from 6 to 12, it's for $25. So bring your children. Anybody under 6, I think it's free, and usually Animex will give out a lot of free things to kids, even from underage kids, pretty much, that are paying. So it's really a lot of fun. It's starting to become more of a family environment than just, a bunch of teenagers running around. Another thing we're going to talk about 2014 is that our videos are going to be merged again, pretty much. Steven and I are still going to school, and he's in Santa Barbara, I'm in the LA area, so it's kind of hard. However, bear with us, it's going to be awesome. We are going to bring some new concepts into Bento Samurai Xtreme. We are talking about that. We're changing our slogan. It's going to change a lot of things around. So stay in tune for our first episode for 2014 this weekend, pretty much.
Exactly, guys. So we're really looking forward to that. So as we enter our closing statements, Joseph, come here. Take this tablet of destruction away from me as we close with our new opening. Shall we do it once again, Brian?
Oh, wait, one more thing. The reason why we're filming outside is that we wanted to bring back the old memories of Bento Samurai, the beginning stages, where we used to film in public parks, public areas. We wanted to bring the nature environment back to that whole Bento Samurai Xtreme, where samurais travel around everywhere we go.
So see the nature around us, guys.
So back to our
song. So here we go. Ready, guys? 1, 2, 3. Bento Samurai Xtreme!
See you guys next time.
Bye!